lines wherein it's mentioned in install Google Chrome, it will download the stable version of Google Chrome. Then install Chrome driver, you can see. So that will install the Chrome driver.
Hmm.
Next is the display port. It is some command so that it does not while execution there is no crash.
Hmm.
Uh, Next to that is install requirements first, and that comment is there, right? So we are copying requirements.txt into our Docker image. So you'll have to
Hmm.
change the location. So it's home Ubuntu slash Docker underscore EC2, right? So you have to give the path to your requirements.txt. So it will be, I guess, home slash Ubuntu slash data slash Yelp scraper slash
Hmm.
requirements.txt.
Okay. Okay,
Press
one
I.
thing, if we've already, like, see, on the this thing, the install Google Chrome and install Chrome driver part. Now, while these are requirements for that should be there in our Docker image, I get that. But if we have already installed Google Chrome or Chrome driver in our EC2 instance, will that still be necessary?
Yes. Inside your Docker, when I say you need them inside your Docker, is think of it as a container
Hmm.
that is portable. That is
Okay.
actually Docker for you. It's like a handbag. You put in
Hmm.
all the requirements, and you can carry that handbag anywhere.
No, so for example, if like right now we'll be doing the whole Fargate task thing and everything, but suppose my system already has Google Chrome and Chrome driver, so won't these steps essentially reinstall the same thing?
Okay, so let's consider a scenario wherein you have already installed Chrome driver and Chrome on your EC2 instance. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
can you upload this EC2 instance to your Fargate? The answer is like no. Okay,
yeah.
Fargate task like any like there are two ways to access a cluster. One is EC2
Hmm.
and one is Fargate.
Hmm.
So for if I'm using Fargate, how am I letting know my Python file is has the variables and requirements present in its environment? How am I going to let it know? Okay, I'm running the Python file in the Fargate task, and my Chrome driver and Chrome is in EC2. So there is no connection in between them.
Right,
You get
right.
it? That is why I'm creating a container. That container is basically like a handbag. I'm putting all the requirements into that handbag, and that handbag is now portable.
Hmm.
So that handbag is what I am attaching to my Fargate task.
Okay.
You, you get it? So it's you assume it to be an independent entity. I can carry this container wherever I want, independent of the fact that I have Chrome driver and this on EC2.
Hmm.
If I wanted to explain,
I
uh,
kind of get where you're going. It's like we have all the requirements, everything that we will need for our complete integrated task kept in a single container or a handbag, like you're stating. And wherever we want to run it, irrespective of whether some of the requirements are already present or not, if we carry all our requirements to wherever we want to run it, it will run fine. That is the idea. Yeah.
yeah. So, summarizing in one line, it's like you are creating a container with all your requirements, and you
Yeah.
can attach that container to whatever task you want.
Okay.
So
Okay, cool.
that is why the installation of Chrome driver and Chrome into the Docker is important. So yes, so press I, go down to the line wherein requirements or txt is there, but with the help of down arrow key.
Okay.
Yeah, and press I.
Sorry, where should I press I?
Just on your screen anywhere, just press I. So now you are in
Okay.
insert mode. Now you can edit the file. Okay.
Yeah, just hold on for a second. Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you press I, you come into the insert mode and you can edit the file now. So now change the path. Instead of your docker underscore EC2, type in data slash Yelp scraper.
Okay.
Yelp scraper.
Okay.
Right. This is the location of your requirements.txt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now change your working directory also. Just the line below it, instead of docker underscore EC2, type data slash Yelp scraper.
Okay. Should I put a slash after this or?
Yeah, put it. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
And again, you can see for your Yelp scraper underscore ec2.py, you have to change the location there also.
Mm. This is also in Yelp scraper, right?
Yes, that is also in Yelp scraper.
Okay.
Okay, so now press escape, then colon, WQ, exclamation mark,
Escape followed by
colon.
anywhere on the screen or at the end?
Anywhere it's on the screen, it will come. Now, when you press I, you are into insert mode, and
Okay.
when you escape from I, you are into the command mode.
Okay.
So now colon and WQ to write and quit.
Colon WQ.
And exclamation. It's like a full stop for the command.
Okay.
So the new Docker file for you has been saved. So now this folder also has lambda underscore fargate. You don't actually require that file. So in the Docker file, we did not copy it into our Docker. There was no line such as copy lambda underscore fargate.py from the directory of lambda
Yeah.
underscore fargate. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll upload this to the ECR. So
Okay.
how are we going to do that? Just open your Amazon console.
Yeah. It's open.
I can see your EC2 instance only.
Yeah. Wait, I'll have to switch sharing. Give me a minute. Where is the stop sharing button on this? Do you see it?
Yes. Click on services and search for ECR.
ECR,
Yeah, see, Elastic Container Registry.
yeah. ECR, I'm not getting.
Third
Okay,
option.
third one. Yeah.
So there actually, can you shift the gray box that is it's blocking my view?
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So create repository. Yeah. Type in the name of your repository, whatever you wanted.
I don't know, like what, like basic name, anything?
Any name, any name. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Okay, go down,
Mm-hmm.
go down, and create repository. Okay, now click on Yelp.
Mm-hmm.
No, Yelp. Click on that. It will open up.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so view push commands. Yeah, so
Right.
copy that first command. No, Mac, Linux only. We are doing it
Yeah.
via EC2, right? So there's a
Right.
copy icon. Click on that.
This command, yeah? This
Yes,
one.
yes. Switch to EC2 instance.
Yeah. This, yeah? Okay, wait, I'll have to switch my sharing again.
Yeah. You do one thing, no, share all your screen. So as and when you are switching, I can see it.
How do I do that?
Actually, when you press this double screen, no, it should allow you to share all screen.
It's asking me which screen to share. I'll just stop sharing for a moment
Okay.
and I'll try that again. I don't know. It keeps asking me to choose the screen to share. Um, is there a specific button that I'm missing out on?
Mm, no, share screen. Okay, when you're sharing a screen, the option is set to share screen, right? And not share application window stuff, anything like that.
Not really. Once I click the share screen, it gives me an option whether I want to choose screen to share. Within that, I have desktop, and on window end, I have all the different open.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Now let it be however it is. We just move on. You keep
Okay,
switching the window.
it's okay. It's fine. I'll do that much. Yeah, do you see this? I've copied this
Yeah.
particular
Press home. Press home.
home.
Home. Actually, get to the start of the command where you can see AWS ECR. Right. You won't be able to go that way. Either use the arrow key or press home.
This is
So
fine here.
yeah. So now we know that our AWS location is usr/local/bin, right? So we need to run the command from there. So type in /usr/local/bin.
What is there at /USR? I'm sorry, I didn't catch
Uh,
you.
so you installed the CLI, right? So
Yeah,
where was it installed? It was installed in this particular location,
yeah,
usr/local/bin. Bin
yeah.
slash and AWS. Don't give space. Bin/AWS and whatever the command is. Yes. So if you directly try to run via AWS, it will give you that there is like the path is wrong, the location, there is no such directory and stuff, because
Okay.
your AWS CLI is in this location. Now just press enter.
Alright.
Yeah,
Um,
press enter. No, don't need to go to the end. It will still work. Okay, so login is
alright.
successful. Now copy the second command. That is docker build, and you keep the screen only on. Just copy the command.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, there's like a see. I think the dot in the command represents everything that is present inside Yelp, right?
No, the dot represent that you want to Docker build this particular uh, folder in which you are already there. So you are inside Yelp Scraper. So I want to Docker build whatever is there inside the Yelp Scraper. So I put dot, and the
Yeah,
dash t space Yelp is actually you are giving the image a tag name.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So press enter. So it is building.
Are we like supposed to know all these commands or are we like supposed to refer these in general?
That is totally up to you. If you know it, it's kind of good thing, right? You don't need
It
to remember.
is, but you have to
See,
remember a lot of stuff.
what I feel is that with practice, these commands they come into your head. Like, see, right now I'm not referring all those commands like AWS configure and stuff, and all those
Yeah.
location and stuff, because I have faced those errors when
Hmm.
I had installed version 1, and to work with the current technology for Docker and all, you need the version 2 AWS CLI. So I have faced all those errors. That is why I remember all these commands right now. All these big commands I don't remember, like AWS, ECR, get and stuff. That is why I told you just
Yeah.
go there and go click on view, push commands and stuff. So what I think is with practice, you remember all those commands. No command. Hey,
I don't understand this error.
find the version BS. Okay, do one thing. First of all, type in Docker images. I want to see if any image has been created. Okay, we have. Okay, so you can see there is some image created 32 seconds ago, right? So what you do is first type in Docker space system space prune. Enter. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now type in Docker space RMI and copy the image ID. That 9580 image is there, no?
RMI.
Space. Yeah. Copy that. Uh, Control Shift C
Control Shift C.
and go
Okay.
down. Press space and right click. Yeah. Enter.
Okay.
So, okay, it has already been deleted. So the first command, that is Docker system prune. So if any dangling images are have been created,
Hmm.
so it will delete all those dangling images. And with this command Docker RMI and the image ID, you are actually deleting that particular
That
image.
particular image. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do one thing, type in vim and docker file, vim space capital D, capital D, capital D.
Okay. I named it that way.
Yeah. Press
Docker
tab,
file.
press tab. It will fill in.
Oh, okay. This is the command, the entire command, or
Yeah. Enter. Okay. Oh, sorry. Quit this. Colon Q exclamation mark. Enter. Do vim requirements.txt. Just type in vim space r and press tab. Press tab. It will fill
yeah,
in.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. So press insert and delete the BS4 equal to 4.9 is there, no?
Yeah,
Navigate via arrow keys. You won't be able to do it with cursor. Delete the
yeah.
equal to 4.9.1. Also delete pandas. You don't actually require pandas. I am not using it anyway.
The
Or
entire.
leave it. Or leave it. Just leave it.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah. So now colon WQ exclamation mark.
Escape.
Escape colon WQ exclamation mark.
Mm, okay. Was there some version problem?
Yeah, it was not able to find that particular version. It's an older version, so I forgot to upload the new Docker file.txt. So the Docker file is the old one. I haven't committed it yet. I'll commit it today after this. So yeah, now go back to that big command. Uh, yeah, it went down. Yeah, press
This
enter.
one.
So login succeeded. Now the build command.
It must be up here somewhere.
Yeah, it went down. Yes, press enter.
Yeah.
We even faced a hell